Had you pretty much given up on the Kentucky Derby at that point when you went to Dubai? Was that part of the equation, or?
Look, it was. I wouldn't say we gave up on it, Jenny, because it just kind of worked out fine, and we thought, look, if he goes to Dubai and he wins, then we will be in the Derby. So I think the fact that we were kicking it around already, I think it just all worked out really well for everybody.
Probably just as well he didn't run better at the fairgrounds.
Maybe, yeah.
If he won a
we
$2.5
probably
million
would have.
race.
Yeah, we would have. It's funny how it worked. When I got out there, he was out there 5 or 6 days, and I was like, he looked like he'd gone up another level again. But I was trying to tell myself, no, you're imagining it. You're imagining it. But to be honest, I wasn't surprised by what happened. Because he's always been a good horse. I think just the Risen Star is the only race that he didn't really run well at, and everybody wrote him off. But I mean, you look at his 2-year-old form, would have made him a prominent horse for the Derby. And the Lecomte, I thought he ran okay in the Lecomte because I didn't really have him cranked up for the Lecomte, and he ran okay. But everybody wrote him off in the Risen Star. And, just because of one bad run, I don't know why people condemn him so much. Always a horse that we had in the back of our mind that he may be a Derby horse, because I mean his pedigree's laden with stamina, and mentally he's always been a real nice horse, and he was never a horse that would blow your socks off in the morning, but he always worked well enough where you thought this horse is probably a pretty decent horse. We ran him first time on grass, which I did because he's got grass in his pedigree anyway, but I kind of like to do it sometimes with these horses that want to go a little further. I think it's a good experience for him, and he ran well. And then we ran a 1-turn mile here, and he ran well in that. And then we went to Keeneland, and he started to jump up. He ran a really good race by winning his maiden at Keeneland, and then came back in the Jockey Club, and I thought he ran a hell of a race in the Jockey Club.
This has been a great spring for you, but it's also been a difficult spring for you with the passing of your father. Was he in Dubai for the UAE Derby, or had he been ill?
No, he had been ill. He was diagnosed with a tumor last June. Things started to go wrong coming up to Dubai, and the night before the race in Dubai, my brother called me and he said he probably was only going to be around for so long. We didn't think as short as it was. So when I got back to Florida from Dubai, I had a message to call, and I called, and they said you better get back here quick. But I got back on Wednesday, and he was still coherent, so we got to talk about Dubai a little bit, and so that was nice.
That must be great that he was able to know that you won that race.
Yeah, no, they said he got very excited actually, Jenny, that Sunday he was worn out because I think he got so excited on Saturday after the race. So that was nice. He's always been a huge supporter of mine, so it was a good final memory for him. He was a farmer, Jenny, but I've loved horses from ever since I don't know where it came from, but I've just been obsessed with horses since I was a kid. And he bought me a pony. When I was 8 years old, he bought me a pony, and we didn't have a clue about horses really, and we kind of self-taught ourselves. So the pony dumped me and ran off with me for 2 years. He said I was always going to go somewhere, because he said any other kid that would have got treated like that by his pony, he said they would have quit a long time beforehand. But yeah, I mean, he opened it. It was typical of him. He opened up the door for us if I wanted to go ahead and have a career in horses. He opened the door originally. So
what was it like watching the race? Maybe you could take us through the stretch run, what it was like to be you.
I was like, probably, we got pretty excited, and I was like, oh God, is this actually happening? So yeah, it was, it was nice because once he hit the front, nobody was really coming to get him. I think once he got his head in front, he was always kind of going to win, so it wasn't like, oh, hang on, which I hate hang-ons.